It's the Dombos. We're the Dombos. Meet the Dombos.
It's the TheDombos. You good?
I don't know. I'm just like, overwhelmed. Like I just feel really overwhelmed at the moment. Like,
With what? Like what's overwhelming you?
I don't know, like just being, I know it sounds a bit weird, but like being a wife? I know it sounds weird, but it's like, it's a lot going from like, just doing what I was doing before,
But that doesn't make sense because when we got married, you knew what being a wife is. I'm a husband. I'm trying my best. I'm doing what I can. I'm working. I'm trying to provide for the family, and you're telling me you're overwhelmed.
Well,
like, it doesn't make sense. What have you been doing to be overwhelmed? That I won't lie with you. Like, you'll be always coming up with so many things, saying you're overwhelmed. This is overwhelming you, but like I don't get it. Plus, I haven't seen you read your Bible. I haven't seen you been praying. I haven't seen you read your Bible. So, and we all know that that's what happens. You become overwhelmed when you don't invite Jesus into your situation. So, I don't get it. I really don't, honestly.
like, you barely even heard me out. You didn't even hear what I had to say.
I don't
You just
need
flipped
to.
it.
Yeah, I don't need to because like I don't get it being a wife, but you got married. You know what it is. Proverbs 31. Have you seen the woman in Proverbs 31?
I'm sure she got overwhelmed too.
I doubt she did.
Okay.
Hello family.
Hi,
Hello
guys.
community.
Welcome back.
Welcome
back to the Dombos.
TheDombos. I need to stop singing, man.
I'm glad you realized.
I really need to.
I'm glad you
I'm sorry,
finally
guys. Like, I
realized.
don't know what episode, what video, what.
It was the first one.
Yeah,
And you're still
I don't
here
know when I'm
trying.
gonna stop. That's all I'm trying to let you know. So you might have to deal with this for a while until I'm ready to stop singing.
It's painful for the ears. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you?
that.
How was your week? Let us know in the comments below.
Yes,
That rhymed.
yes. That rhymed.
Bars.
Let us know in the comments below.
But yeah, anyway, getting straight to it. Today's video is going to be about how to maintain a safe space within a relationship. This is a topic that, we've been revisiting, regularly throughout our relationship, and we just think it's really important. So yeah, let's get straight to it.
Let's get to it. You've probably seen the skit that we were doing. Like, we're in our acting bag.
Period.
I'll tell you, yeah, it took us so many times to do that because I can't be serious in
Because
acting
of him.
videos. I just
Yeah.
can't. I'm always laughing.
Yeah.
Like, it's yeah. People who know me will know that I just cannot act.
Yeah.
But we're trying.
We'll do some bloopers at the end.
Yeah,
We'll
you-
do some
you-
bloopers at the
you
end.
love
So
them.
stay till the end for the bloopers.
You love them. But basically, in this skit, we actually have two scenarios.
Yeah.
But the second scenario will be at the end of the video. But this first one is a scenario where I did not react well to when my wife came with her problems or whatever she's dealing with, and it's the wrong way, completely wrong way to go about it.
Don't do this.
Wrong. I think it doesn't create that safe environment or that safe space that you need in a marriage or in a relationship. And that's what the skit really explains in that one, where it's a wrong approach.
Yeah, so that skit was actually based upon a true story. It's happened a few times within our relationship and also within our marriage. And when it's happened, when it's him towards me, it made me feel like, obviously, like I wasn't safe. I couldn't come to him with my true feelings. I couldn't express how I really felt about certain situations because there was this barrier, this marriage barrier or this boyfriend barrier that was there that I couldn't get past. So in turn, I'd just shut down. I wouldn't say anything. I would bottle my feelings up. So yeah, how did we navigate that? How did we fix the situation? How did we fix that problem?
One of the ways we actually fix that problem, and we're still trying to fix it. It's a problem that
It happens.
It happens most times, and things like this happen. Is by building, maintaining a friendship. I believe friendship is the foundation. Aside from God, just remember God is the foundation, the ultimate foundation. But friendship is the foundation of a romantic relationship, of marriage, of things, dating and all these things. Friendship is, and we kind of realize that, right? I am now coming to her as, looking at her as a wife instead of her as a friend. And once you start doing that, it then limits the way you approach the situation. So now I'm looking at her like, as a wife, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. It's now a function, it's now a role. But when I'm talking to her as a friend, I'm understanding. I'm now sitting down, I'm listening to her. I'm hearing why she's not feeling okay. What's making her feel down? What's making her feel happy? What's making her feel, great? All these things come when you realize this is my best friend.
Yeah.
We all have best friends, and you never, when your friend comes to you to say, I'm not feeling okay, you don't shut them off. And you say, no, you're supposed to be like this. You don't do that. It's only when it gets into a romantic relationship, once it gets into boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, it's now when problems arise, because
you've changed the dynamic.
Exactly. You're looking at it from a lens of, you're the wife, you're the husband, this is what you're supposed to be doing. When in actual fact, it's more to sit down, listen, hear it out, and just sometimes it's just to listen. And that took me a while to get, because I'm a motivational speaker. I'll be like, you can do it.
And I don't
Don't fail. Get up
it.
again. Keep going. The righteous fall 7 times, but they get up again.
And I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't.
She doesn't want to hear it.
I just don't.
So I had to learn that. I had to learn that sometimes it's just to listen, to sit down and just listen without providing solutions every single time. And that's not always easy, but that step only becomes manageable when you've already set the foundation of being friends, of a friendship.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And funnily enough, like, despite us having stages in our relationship and our marriage where we'd go through this hiccup, we'll call it, in our first year of our relationship, like, not the marriage, the relationship, we actually were really good at doing this, because for the first few months, we actually spent time building a friendship. It was 2020, during COVID, lockdown, and obviously we couldn't see each other face to face. All we were doing is texting, FaceTime, whatnot. So we had that time, we had that space to build a friendship.
Yeah.
But there was also still that romantic aspect to it. However, there was a thing that we used to do that I really loved. And it was basically, if I had something to say that I already knew in my head, yeah, this may start a problem, this may cause an argument, because it might, tread on some toes. I would come to him and I would say, hey, I need my best friend today. And I would literally be like, are you okay to be that? And if he's not in a mental space to be my best friend in that moment, he can just say no. Give me 10 minutes and then we can rehash this. We can come back to this. Yeah. And we would. And that then enables a safe space, because now he's not going to get in his feelings about what I'm going to say, because I'm not coming at him as a boyfriend. I'm talking to him as my bestie. It was as if, let's say he's done something to me as my boyfriend, and I went to my other friend somewhere else, and I said, yeah, do you know what this person did? Da, 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 da. They're not going to react and start shouting and start getting in their feelings, because it's not about them. So it was kind of like asking him to put that hat on instead of hearing me out as a boyfriend, because feelings can get hurt. We can get triggered over little things. You never know. It could be anything. You could get triggered by it. I might not mean anything big by what I'm saying, but because he's in his boyfriend hat, he might get triggered. Vice versa. Especially vice versa, because me, I get triggered quite easily.
She gets triggered a lot. There was one situation. We argued about a towel, but that one will be a story for another day. But imagine a towel, and then we argued about a loaf of bread. And
I had my reasons.
And she got triggered by that.
I had my reasons.
was like,
and
what's
I think
going
when
on?
we tell the story, they'll understand me. They won't understand
okay,
you.
Okay, they'll be on my
Anyway,
side.
they will not be on your side.
Okay.
They'll be on my side.
Alright.
But anyways,
Whatever.
yeah, no, I think, yeah. So I think it's weird how in the first year we had that dynamic. But then over time, now obviously, lockdown is ended. We're now seeing each other in person. It's now, the romantic relationship is building and building. It's almost like it's not that we forgot about our friendship, but it happens. Because we're building a romantic relationship, we kind of forget that that's a thing that we need to also focus on.
Yeah.
Like maintaining that friendship, maintaining that initial relationship that we had before we changed the dynamic to something a bit more romantic.
No,
That makes sense.
That does make sense. And to kind of piggyback,
Why?
you know, from that that story and that explanation.
Are you?
But yeah, I there's something that happened that really made us realize that we had lost, you know, that friendship bond, I would say. When I broke up with her a year before we got married. Yeah, that one's a story for another day, but we
It's a long story.
I decided to break up with her, you know, my
We'll tell the
emotions
story,
got hold of me.
They did.
And then when we broke up, we came together, but we kind of spoke about why we broke up and all the different things and aspects. Everything. We spoke for like 4 hours.
It was a very long conversation. In person.
In person, yeah. Face to face, eyeball to eyeball. And and we kind of realized when we were
Eyeball to eyeball.
So yes, we were talking, and it made me realize, wait a minute, we have not been relating as friends in our relationship. Because think about it, we're not together anymore, and we're talking for 4 hours, and we're saying everything we feel,
Uncomfortable
everything,
things,
very much uncomfortable,
triggering things, yeah.
and we can sit down calmly and speak to each other. Whereas in the relationship, we had
That
lost
conversation would have ended.
Would have ended.
in 2 hours, maybe less.
It
Somebody
ended
would have
in-
left.
in tears. Somebody would have left. We don't know who would have left.
This is the runner. Me, I just stay there. He's the one that be like, I'm going. Boom, I'm gone.
Well, you know, somebody would have cried, and we all know who that one is. So that's the thing that made me realize, wait a minute, like we had lost our way in building our friendship and maintaining that friendship. And those are the things that we need to continuously do. To sit down with your boyfriend, girlfriend, your wife, your husband, when there's a problem arises, to just sit down and listen. And like what Leandro was saying, is that you're allowed to be like, can we talk in 10 minutes?
It's fine. Yeah.
In 20 minutes, especially if you're not mentally in the space to talk and to hear those things, because some of it might be triggering, and you also want to protect yourself, and you want to protect
The union.
and you want to protect, like for me, I'd want to protect my wife from my reaction from being triggered. So it's always thinking along those lines of like, okay, just give me 10 minutes, let me just calm down a bit, and then we can talk.
Or even 10 minutes, just get into that headspace and know, okay, what this person may come and say might make me feel a type of way. So let me just kind of create a blank slate in my head. Sometimes that's what I have to do, because I struggle to do that. If he just pops up and starts speaking, my slate isn't blank. Well, you're just adding to the things I'm already thinking about. So I'm gonna react. But I needed that. Sometimes I needed that time to just be like, okay, cool. Let's just clean the whiteboard in my mind, and then we can get to what he wants to say. So yeah.
And there's something that I just want to add on that as well. It's the fact that the Bible actually says, as iron sharpens iron, so does a friend sharpen a friend. It's talking about friendship, when you're in a friendship, you sharpen each other, and that does not mean by hurting each other. You sharpen each other by doing the skills that it requires, the bare minimum: listening, communicating, understanding each other, and also being okay to take constructive criticism. You know, because there's always things that we all need to improve in, and I just want to say, in any romantic relationship, marriage, whatever it is, you got to know that you're gonna have to take constructive criticism at some point. And it's not that they don't like you. It's not that they've stopped liking you. They're not appreciating you. No, they appreciate you, but they want to see you do better. But it's always knowing the time and place when to do that, when to say it. That's when we depend on. For me, that's when we depend on the Holy Spirit to let us know, to tell us and be like, this is just the time just to listen, just listen right now. And Jesus, our Master Jesus, is a great listener. Just thought I would just add that.
Just throw that in there.
Yeah, throw that in there.
Yeah. I mean, this may seem like really obvious. You might be like, well, obviously we maintain a friendship in a relationship, but then to me, because at first I would be like, I would probably ask the same question, but then how is it that friendships tend to last longer than romantic relationships before marriage? Let's put that way. Boyfriend and girlfriend, you hear them breaking up after 2 years, but you've had a friend for 10 years. Why is that the case? Because somewhere in that romantic relationship, obviously there may be other problems, but a lot of the time, somewhere in that romantic relationship, y'all forgot to be friends. Y'all forgot that at the beginning, at the root of it all, we were friends to begin with. And that could be because you got into the relationship too quickly. You didn't actually take time to build a friendship. For example, we, like I said, during lockdown, yes, we were talking as romantic, how do I word it? We were talking in a romantic way, but because of that distance, because of that space, it kind of forced us to build a friendship. So yeah, how did we do it? I know we spoke about, building that friendship, but how did we actually do it? What did we do?
That's a very good question, my lovely lady.
What did you do? What was the eyebrows?
I don't know why I did that. Sorry, guys.
He's just weird.
It happens.
It does.
One of the things you can build that is by studying each other. Study your partner, study your spouse, study of your, who you're with. It's really important to do that. To know, okay, what does this mean? When I see my wife huffing and puffing, what does it mean? When I see, not throwing any shade, but when I see like my wife running, screaming, happy, what does it mean? Like, it's those little things. Yeah. It takes time to study, but it's those little things that you get to know that, okay, she's a bit overwhelmed. A great husband, a great leader is proactive, not reactive. So you're supposed to be knowing, okay, she's not feeling okay right now. Let me already prepare myself, or let me check up on her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that takes time, but that's one way you can build friendship. You study each other. We always laugh at the questions that people ask when they get to know each other. What's your favorite color? What's all these things? And everyone's like, why you let's just get to it. And I'm like, well, it's very important to know your favorite color, because now when it comes to buying presents and he gets the wrong color, now you're angry.
Yeah, it's quite important actually.
It's important. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to stop rushing the process and be in the process. We're in a generation that likes to just quick. And then 20 years down the line, you're all broken up now, you're all doing things, nothing's working. It's because you've rushed the process of becoming a friend, building that bond together. And it takes time to do that. Go through the process of what's your favorite color. Go through the process of what's your favorite movie. Because that's a person that wants to study, that wants to learn. And I know there's been times where people have said this and then it goes nowhere and everyone's heartbroken and stuff. I hear that. But do not miss your blessing because you want to rush to the end goal, which is so-called marriage. You know what I'm saying? although that's just the beginning. But that's for another video. But that's the thing I would say, just study each other. Love languages. We all know about this.
Yeah.
You know, what are the 5 needs of a woman? What are the 5 needs of a man? It's very imperative to know these things. You know, without knowledge, people perish, as the Bible would say. So your marriage is determined by the knowledge you have in you and how you've studied the other person. You know, so that's one way of doing it. What do you think?
I think I agree completely, and I feel like, as you mentioned, that takes time. So I guess advice for like people who are at the beginning, who are still taking time to study their partner. As I mentioned previously, what we did in our first year of the relationship is just ask the question, just say it as it is. I need to speak to you as my best friend. I need to speak to you without the boyfriend, girlfriend title, without the boyfriend, girlfriend label, without, if it's a marriage, without the husband, wife label. I need to speak to you in that way. And then that helps the other person to, while they're studying you, whatnot, maybe they haven't yet figured out that you're not okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't get to study you that much and they don't realize that, oh, this person is not okay. So if you now come to them with that straight up question, can I speak to you like this? Can I open up to you in this way? It gives them that space to then get into the space where you can open up, where you can say what you need to say without them getting triggered. So I think that's just what I would say. You know, if you're still, while you're still in the process of learning each other, because we needed that in that first year, because we were still learning each other, especially we weren't seeing each other in person, so we're not seeing, he's not seeing how I react in, you know, tough situations, because it's literally over the phone. Like, you can't see how the other person reacts to certain things. Even text messages, it's hard to decipher what that person's actually trying to say sometimes. And he wouldn't have known that because we're speaking on text, or we're speaking on FaceTime. We're not seeing each other in person. So we needed to be able to ask each other that question and be open about that, because we were still getting to know each other. So I think that's what I would say.
So so we'd like to provide some pointers on why we think friendship is the foundation of romantic relationships. And I'll ask my wife to give me one pointer if she remembers.
I remember. So basically, as I've mentioned, and as we've mentioned like throughout this video, it helps both of you to not get to a point where you've got your feelings just piled up inside of you, and then what happens is that you'll end up blowing, you'll end up reacting worse to a situation than you needed to, because everything's bottled up. You know how it feels when you bottle up your emotions. Like, it gets to a point where it's too much, and then you pop, you blow. Literally. And then that causes a whole nother problem, because now you're getting into arguments that didn't need to be there. The relationship is now rocky. You're saying things that you don't really mean to your partner. They're saying things back because now they're hurt, when all of this could have been prevented if you had that space initially to say what you needed to say at the very beginning of your feelings, when you started feeling them, so that they don't need to be bottled up. So I think that's why I would think it's important to build that friendship,
because it prevents boiling up.
It prevents that,
All right, that's a really good pointer there. And also for me, it another pointer, it helps you not to confide in the wrong people. Because like what Leandro was saying, that when your feelings are bottled up, you're gonna go and try and confide in the wrong people, the wrong friends, the wrong crowd, and that's not what we want to do, because their advice now, it's gonna ruin
because it
their
filters
relationship.
in.
Everything filters in, and everything sounds okay coming from one side story. And if you're going to the wrong people, they're always going to stick up for you all the time. I would say, if you have mentors that you trust, those are the perfect people to go to be like, this is what we're struggling with. And it's important. And like I've said this in the last video, in the multitude of great counsel, there is safety. So it's knowing who to go to and when to go to. to
Yeah.
that person. But personally for me, I have my mentors, but I go to my Father in heaven and he'll tell me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would say the third one, again, we've said it throughout, but to kind of put it into just quick words, it prevents your relationship from just being a romantic relationship. It opens it up to being a more holistic relationship where all of your needs are ticked off. It's not just your romantic needs, it's not just your lovey-dovey needs, your friendship needs are ticked off, like all of those needs are ticked off. And it's not to say that you won't have friends in other places that you can speak to. Of course you do. But it's always good to have that person that's literally there with you pretty much 24/7 as your friend. And it's a holistic thing. The relationship as a whole rather than, you have to now go and find somebody else to fill that gap. You shouldn't need to do that. I think, yeah.
No, yeah, that's a good point as well. But we have another scenario of this game that will be played at the end of this video.
Yeah.
And this is how we approach it now and how we're trying to approach situations like this. When either one of us is like saying, we're not feeling okay, we're feeling a bit overwhelmed. This is now how we try to approach it. And it takes time.
It does.
And we have to keep on just asking God, praying about it and getting direction and studying and all these things that we're talking about. It doesn't stop. Like you never get to a point where it stops.
No.
You continue doing it. And so yeah, that'll be the video that you're gonna see coming up
Shortly.
now. But thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
Hope everything made sense.
We hope you enjoyed.
Yep.
My wife wasn't really feeling it. I'm not gonna lie with you.
Yeah, I'm a bit tired.
Just
guys.
tired.
I'm tired.
And I wasn't feeling it yesterday.
And I was feeling it yesterday. But here we
But
are.
we're here. We're recording today.
Yes.
We're here.
Yes.
Despite our feelings.
Yes.
But yeah, we appreciate your support
We
and
do.
please like, subscribe, comment and share.
Yeah, share it with your friends.
Yes. Let us know in the comments. And any pointers you have, any even lessons you've gone through in terms of aspect of this kind of topic that we're talking about. It'd be good to hear from you guys.
Definitely.
And you are our family. This is a safe space. She doesn't bite, I don't bite.
I only bite him.
Yeah, she does bite me. But thank you. Enjoy. I don't know.
What's this?
I don't know. You okay, babe?
Oh no.
What's up?
I just feel overwhelmed. Like I'm just, I don't know, like, it sounds a bit weird, but like, the wife thing, like being a wife, it's a lot. Like I don't know, like going from like, just being little me, my mom's house, just chilling. Now I'm a whole wife to a whole nother human being.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I can imagine. Like it is, honestly, it is a big adjustment and a big move. Have you tried talking to one of our mentors about it one-to-one? Maybe they can help, in the way you're feeling.
I haven't tried it, but I don't know, I don't know, because I don't know if it's normal. Like I feel like, is it normal to feel this way? But yeah, I'll try it.
Personally, I think it's normal. I think it's normal to feel overwhelmed, and like I was saying, it is a big adjustment. It is a big adjustment. So yeah, I think I feel you. I understand how it can be overwhelming with everything that's happening in life and everything that's coming together. It can be so much. But like I've been thinking, maybe is speaking to, like I was saying, a mentor, someone that's different voice, someone that's gone through it, someone that probably also feels overwhelmed at times and can help you in having that safe like guidance through how to navigate through that. But yeah, we okay for prayer. It's okay. Alright,
Dombos. It's the Dombos. We're the Dombos. Meet the Dombos.
It's the TheDombos.